This morning we're here to be presented a check by the Tourism Development Corporation to assist in the education, interpretation and access about this extremely important site as it relates not only to enslavement but as it relates to the history of Barbados and the wider understanding of the legacy of enslavement in the diaspora. So we're extremely grateful to the TDC for providing us with these funds. I'll have more to say on that later, but at this time I would like to invite the chairman of the Tourism Development Corporation, Mr. Mark Thompson, to say some brief remarks.
Good morning, everyone. Trevor, Ms. Cummins, Kevin, Jacqueline, Executive Officer of TDC. Happy to help welcome you here. But in truth and fact, TDC is very thankful to be invited to be part of this seismic historic moment, I would say. Newton enslaved burial ground is quite a well-kept secret, and we look forward to its development, really not only as a seminal attraction, but also in the evolution of our cultural development. It will take a mature approach to develop the project, and I certainly look forward to a successful result of accommodating a memorial that is interactive and provides opportunity for learning. Like the Newton enslaved burial site, TDC is a well-kept secret. We are a private sector philanthropic organization. We pool members' funds, and we do a very targeted approach, and we try to basically help improve the tourism product of Barbados. That's what we do. So the funds here are really going to go towards interpretive signage, as well as development of a website, which I'm sure is going to be a critical part in terms of developing the project. Our relationship with the Museum and Historical Society is not new. We've partnered on a few projects. I think about 4 other projects, if my memory is correct. So we're just happy to be a development catalyst in this project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson, for those kind remarks. And as you said, the TDC has partnered with the museum on at least 4 other occasions to help us to develop our product, both for Barbadians and for visitors. And at this time, I'd like to call on Mr. Trevor Carmichael, the president of the Barbados Museum and Historical Society, to give his brief remarks this morning.
I shall actually deliver some remarks and give them as a release. And I say that because of the importance in my mind of this occasion. But all protocols have been observed, and happily so, because I feel like I'm among friends, because all of the parties here who are involved in one way or another are people that I count as friends, and people that I've known for quite a while and have wonderful relationships with in different capacities. But in many respects, this is what this morning is all about, because we are here within, if I could put it that way, within the vortex of giving, because the original donation of this site was significant. I don't think it would be amiss if I gave a little anecdotal, should we say, reference to the origins. Senator Ward, who gave us this site originally, was a man for whom I had the greatest respect and admiration. And I was honored to have his daughter-in-law as my personal assistant for many years. And she would always relay messages from him as to whether we couldn't do something with the Newton burial ground. Such was his interest in ensuring that this remained part of, or became, I should say, in a real way, part of the patrimony confess that he also encouraged me to purchase his property at Staple Grove, and that was not because of any burial sites, although I can assure you that in consulting with my friend Jerome Handler and receiving the occasional visit from him, there is a grave site or two there, and like these grave sites, I take it as an inspiration for my morning exercise. But I say we're all here in the vortex of giving. I would like to pay a special thanks, obviously, and this is the reason, because this is why we're here, to the TDC, because the TDC has been so forward-thinking in so much that it has done, and we at the museum, we have benefited. Our museum shop looks completely different as a result of the kindness and generosity of the TDC. In another capacity, we're in a film hat that I sometimes wear unapologetically, if I may say so. We have benefited significantly from the foresight of the TDC in recognizing that film also can play an important role in the cultural and economic development of Barbados. So this is not insignificant gift. It is a gift with meaning, it is a gift with purpose, and it is a gift for which we are extremely grateful and extremely thankful. The museum has worked hard, if I can put it that way, with Newton, under the stewardship of what I call our quintessential urbane and scholarly director, Alexander Cummings, and the actual project led by our deputy director, a man of intellect, of grace, and who understands things in a good way. Let me put it no stronger than that, and that is very strong. And I speak with Mr. Kevin Farman. So we have, over the years, and with our curatorial staff, Mr. Miguel Pena, who is here, we have worked Newton, if you can call it that. You know how you know the good Barbadian expression. You work a thing. Well, we have worked Newton, and now we are beginning to see. Should I put it this way? We are beginning to see our work having flowered as Newton now seeks to expand, and you will hear more about that from Mr. Kevin Farmer. That is not my role. My role is really just to repeat again, a huge thanks for the generosity, for the act of giving, which is now being exhibited and displayed at this moment, and which the TDC has done continuously in other spheres of Barbadian life. So all I would say is a big thanks, and I will still send that release from Andrew, because it speaks to the whole concept of charitable giving in Barbados. It's not a long piece, but I thought about it this morning and made some notes on it, and I need to get it out of my head. So I will do that later today, and it will be posted on the museum's Facebook page. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
You're most
you know?
welcome.
Again, thank you so much for that kind donation in helping us to develop the asset and the product that is being Slave Bell Ground. At this time, I would like to call on the Executive Officer of the TDC, Ms. Jackie Gill, to give the vote of thanks.
Good morning. All protocols have been established. It gives me great pleasure to be here this morning to attend this historic event. And first off, we're grateful to Mark for giving us the opening remarks. This is Mark Thompson, the Chairman of the Tourism Development Corporation, and the man with whom the federal buck is in terms of approving proposals. So we're grateful to Mark for his opening remarks and specifically for informing us of the work of the TDC, and also basically giving us a little history of the TDC and the linkage and the projects that they would have supported for the museum, and also the linkage of to heritage tourism. We also want to thank Sir Trevor Carmichael, and we're appreciative of him informing us of the origin of this site and also for reminding us of the work of the museum under the leadership of Director Alexandra Cummins and Deputy Director Kevin. We cannot fail to recognize the work of Kevin, who has been really instrumental in working with us and providing us with all the information on the project. So Kevin, we really want to thank you for that. And but we also want to thank the staff of the museum for organizing this event, especially Shay Drayton, who's not here, and her marketing team, for facilitating this presentation this morning. And to all the media houses who are present, we thank you, and we thank you again for telling the story of the museum, the borough site, and TDC. So thanks everyone.
Thank you.